Welcome back to Emily Spins It. I'm Emily, and today I'm joined by IMMATERIAL. Hi, guys.
Hello.
So just introduce yourselves really quick.
I'm Abby from IMMATERIAL. I use they, them pronouns.
Okay.
I'm Camille from IMMATERIAL. Use she, they.
So you mentioned your EP. How's that going? What's going on with that?
Being, feeling. It's great.
Okay.
So, like, basically,
It's being great,
it's
feeling
good.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, being
That's
feeling.
good.
Write that down. It's on camera
Someone
forever
should
now.
call that. Yeah, put that on a podcast. Oh my God.
That's a great idea.
Immortalize it.
Being, feeling. It's going well. We've released released 3 songs.
Mhm.
We've released 3 songs from the Being Feeling EP, and in its entirety, it's 9 songs.
Okay.
So we will be continuing to release upcoming singles
Yeah.
every month or so until we release the full EP in September.
September, okay.
We went on a little, like, retreat
Yeah.
to LA a couple months ago at this point. And really, like, the creative energy was there. It was in the air. You can't take public transportation in LA, but you can write great music.
I don't tell you that.
And so Fwevuaire was there.
Fwevuaire is what we call the pop fairy. We have like personified our creative energy.
Sure. Talk about drag.
And I have a tattoo of a fairy that was not because of this, but we say that this is Fwevuaire, who just like visits sometimes and brings with she they a great song.
Okay.
And sometimes we try to channel Fwevuaire and she doesn't pick up the phone.
How do you spell this word?
So it's
Thinking for me for editing later. I put captions in.
Fwevuaire. Fwevuaire.
And is this like a name from something?
No, it
or-
was born out of like we had this calendar and we would write like the months in like the most insane ways that we could think of every month, and like Fwevuaire was February. Obviously.
Yeah, it started simple as like February. And then it just
Fwevuaire.
spiraled, but all this to say,
our
EP
the EP's good. So all this to say, Fwevuaire has like a timeshare in Los Angeles, California. And she visited us, and we were able to like crack the production on a couple of different songs that we were like still kind of working with, and so now it's just a matter of like finishing everything, which is gonna happen.
Well, and in the like summary you sent me, you said you were trying to have every song take you through like a journey of a night out. Is that correct? So can you like maybe chat us through that?
Absolutely. So the EP, like maybe talk a little bit about like what it is.
Yeah.
So there's
I mean, Fwevuaire is amazing. Don't get me wrong, but like, what is
sidetracked
the EP?
about it? Like the personification of our creative energy.
Yeah. But like, what's happening?
So the Being Feeling EP, we describe the genre as like dissociative dance music,
right?
Which spans like influences of funk and disco and house, electronic pop, whatever. And it does kind of take you through the course of like a night out at the club. So the first song, Clockwork, is like getting ready, like strutting down the street, taking the train, going to the club. And then it kind of like takes you to the dance floor, running around in the street, going to a new bar, getting a frozen lychee margarita outside and dancing. True story, yeah, shout out Elsewhere. Takes you to like the club bathroom where you have like steamy moments, and also like those moments where you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, who am I?
You go death in the club bathroom.
But then like you go back out onto the dance floor and you just like put your sunglasses on and you vibe, and then you leave the club and you walk home. And so like every song kind of like represents a feeling that you get when you're out at the club.
Or a being.
Yeah, or a being.
We did categorize them as being or feeling.
True.
Yeah. Like as either a large part of the EP is dealing with like dissociation and duality and suppressing or not being able to control parts of yourself and things that you're feeling and experiencing. So the songs either like express feelings or sit more as like being, like a state of being, or like losing yourself in the dance music versus like thinking about your thoughts and those good and bad thoughts. A lot of duality.
So what is your songwriting process like?
When a song comes to me, I like know how it sounds, and I don't always know what it's about or what the words are, but it's like mostly it's just like a feeling, like a musical ditty or something that pops into my head. So I knew what I wanted it to sound like, and obviously like I wrote this 3 months after it happened, so I was just looking back over my journal entries and picking out parts that felt salient or poetic and assembled those. But normally it's more like collaborative, and like we'll sit down and draft our lyrics and workshop them together.
Okay. Do you tend to pull from real experiences, or is it more just like from a character? Okay.
Yeah, it's like I feel like one of the parts of Immaterial that like I'm proudest of is that like we do everything, and so that's like songwriting or production, mixing, mastering, doing like the engineering at Studio 40, like and being messy ourselves so that we have something to write about. But like all our like our feelings and emotions and analysis of ourselves like get embedded into every single aspect of the song-making process. And so every song is like very deeply personal, and like, you know, some are very sad and some are very silly and toxic and funny, and, you know, it just kind of like runs the gamut, but they're all, you know, very like core to us and like the things that we have experienced together and separately. 'Cause hot girls always win.
Thanks for listening to Emily Spins It, presented by the Indie Music Network and Not Dead Yet Media.
Produced by Heather Armas, Oren Strobel, Nicole Caracost, and Anya Kauffman.
Edited by me, Emily Mills. Our intro and outro music is Hot Girls Always Win by Really Blonde. If you've enjoyed the episode, please support the podcast by sharing, subscribing, and leaving a review. You can also follow the show on Instagram and YouTube at Emily Spins It. For more shows about breaking through the noise, head over to the Indie Music Network podcast. If you have questions or feedback, contact us at notdeadyetmedia.com/contact.